Chapter 9, Diamond in the Rough, Rumble in the Darkness, Part 2. Princess Luna and Telius had just exited the portal into a big series of caverns lit by glowing crystals when she said, as they noticed these strange stone statues that appeared to be made of balls of fur that had eyes, mouth, and arms, "What is this place?" "A tomb. I should have known she'd hide the other relic here," came the hissing voice of Katrina as they looked up to see her standing on top of a tower of rocks. "So you're Katrina. I owe you payback for almost ruining my first sleepover," said Telius, who lit up her horn with magic at this moment, but there was suddenly a shaking sound. "What's going on?" Suddenly a bunch of balls of fur came out of nowhere and tackled Katrina to the ground, as she said, as they turned into a living version of whatever those statue creatures were. "Roar! What are you all doing? I told you to stay in hiding." "Please, Katrina, please don't fight them. Not here," said one of the strange furry creatures, who appeared to be a male, as both Princess Luna and Telius looked confused as more of these things rolled over and started tickling her. "Ha ha! Okay, if you stop tickling me, but I'm not giving that easily," said Katrina, before teleporting out of their group. "Thanks for your help, but who are you strange creatures?" asked Telius, who was confused.
"We are the bush bullies. This whole cave is our village. Well, the remains of it,"
said one, who had a gray beard, who appeared to be the very village elder. He gave them a tour and began to explain how they knew Katrina.
We bush woolies have been around as long as the spirit triad. Probably longer, but we're mostly pacifists, and our one rule is no fighting within our village. Katrina is a mountain lion who was abandoned near our cave as a kitten for her strange appearance, ability to talk, and power with the weather. She grew up here and lived with us before becoming an apprentice of the Spirit Triad. But our village had problems of being attacked by monsters or predators, and since we aren't very skilled for anything that could protect us, Katrina chose to become our protector in thanks for her kindness. She was great at it. The one who could protect us became the main followers. Only they are the ones who wear clothes.
He pointed to a group of female bush woolies dressed in ninja outfits, which was when Princess Luna said, as one of them jumped into Katrina's outheld hand, "So if you were such a good person, what happened?" Katrina sat down with him in front of a fire and said with a sigh as her ears drooped, "I still am. I've made desperate decisions. Those statues out in front aren't really statues, but bushwallies who have seen the true power of the second most feared member of the Spirit Triad."
"Crunch the rock dog,"
said all of the bushwallies in unison. "Did you seriously say crunch the rock dog? Is this some kind of a joke?" asked Telius with raised eyebrows.
"It's no joke. Picture a giant bulldog made of a strong alloy that resembles stone but is alive,"
said the bushwoolly elder before pointing to an altar that had a small box with not only locks but powerful weather magic controlling.
"Crunch the rock dog created earth ponies and a lot of other creatures to get their strength from the land itself, but he took pride in his appearance so much that he not made his of the same alloy as him or something similar was an abomination. he discovered he had a special power of his own. He could turn others into hardened material when coming into certain contact with him.
Even just one touch from him would turn any living creature into stone, said Katrina, while looking towards one of the town's ruins. The bush woolies were some of his victims. When I found out what was happening, I went up against Altheria and the Grey to tell him what he was up to. I helped in making the relic that concealed this one power of his, but at the price of me joining their armies. Yeah, well, this is a perfect reason for you to change sides, said Tilius, who got Katrina's attention. The Grey is a monster who only cares about revenge rather than the lives of others, and Crunch will just make a land of stone in his wake. Do you really want more innocent lives to meet the fates of the ones you couldn't say? You already are skating on thin ice for being the one she chose, hissed Katrina, who cut the changeling off, but then she frowned. What about you? I bet only a small circle of trust is made for those who know what you really are, and that you hide your true self when in public eye. You're not so different than I. I've had to pretend to be bad to keep on his bad side. That's a lie, said Tilius, who remembered her family's relation to the changeling villain, Queen Chrysalis. Princess Luna noticed this and was about to stand up for Tilius when the ninja bush woolly on Katrina's lap spoke up while looking into her mistress's eye. But you know they have a point, Katrina. Doesn't Artheria and Discord know some spells that can undo what Crunch the Rock Dog did? Katrina looked at her for a second before saying as she got up and put the bush woolly ninja on her shoulder, do you two honestly believe you can to those two? With hope, anything is possible, said Princess Luna before Katrina brought over the box and undid the spell on it. Thank you. This should only be if you guys fail to stop him from breaking the spell. If he brings back Crunch, you just need to put what is inside in the collar around his neck, said Katrina, before leaning down to her level. And sorry for the way our first meeting went. If we get a better ending, I want a chance to make new friends. I would like that, said Princess Luna before they headed for the